Hi all, welcome back to the channel. Another video, another update on the E93 BMW M3. Today we're going to have a look at the brakes on the car. Unfortunately, I hadn't decided to do any videos on the M3, so I've changed the front brakes, but I will quickly go over and talk about how I done it and how quick it was. But today's really more about, we're going to just paint the brakes. So I'm going to just put you down by the brakes and I'll talk to you down there. So here's our E93 M3. E93 denoting it's the convertible instead of the E90 or the E92. But today we are looking at the brakes. So as you can see in here, first of all, I've given the arches a good clean anyway, because that's just what I do, and they're all dressed. But the brakes have been changed already, so I've got new pads and new discs. The reason being, there was loads of meat on the old pads and the disc didn't look too bad, but when I picked the car up, it was had a slight vibration wobble when I braked, so I've just assumed that the brake discs were slightly warped. So the wheels have been sent off to be refurbed to make sure they're running true, and now we've put the new brakes on. So just quickly talking about the new brakes. So I looked at a load of YouTube videos on how to do these brakes. Obviously I've never had an M3. It's been a good 20 years since I've even had a BMW, so I thought I'd have a quick look, and actually it's very simple. But to change the discs or the rotors, if you're in America, they say you have to take the caliper off and take the carrier off, which is there. So that's got two big bolts at the back of the disc. Well, I didn't need to do that. Once I took this section off here and freed the pads out, removed that and tied that up at the top, I had enough room to be able to take the disc out. But just quickly on the brakes before we move on, so this plate here literally moves with your finger, but that just moves back, this bit pops out, and then there's two plastic caps on the back which you won't see, I don't think you can see, but you take the top of the cap off and it's a 7mm Allen key that goes in there. Undo that, these two chrome stainless steel sliders, they don't have to come out completely, but they come out a long way. And then this whole section here comes away, frees the brake pads. So with that removed, and then that was tied up there up the top just with a cable tie while I was working on the discs, I was able to take the old disc off, put the new disc on, slot the new pads in, put the carrier and caliper back on, although I didn't take the carrier off, and then pop this back on. I've just put these in just to locate that because this hasn't got the two screws to hold it in. So I think probably, because the car was in the air and the wheels are off, so that saved a lot of time, probably took 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes as I spend looking around for a tool that I put down next to me and I'll go walking around the garage. But today we're going to paint the calipers. So I'm going to mask up all of this. The best way to do it is to take the caliper off, take all the pads out, put them on a bench and then paint them, and then put them back on, bleed the brakes, put all the brakes back together. However, I'm concerned that when I put them back together, and especially when I put this bit back on, that I'm going to chip the paint. So my intention is to do it in situ. So that means I've got to mask up all of this, try and mask up the pads, and then put things in place so I don't get overspray over everything else. That's the way I'm going to do that. Now, in the past, I've always hand painted my brake calipers, and I've always done them red, because we all know that red brake calipers adds about 15 brake horsepower to any car. That's got the big Brembos on the front. From standard, they will go red, and that will add another 15 brake horsepower to that. But I've always loved the blue from the F series BMWs, like the M Sports and the M3s. So I've bought some of that blue paint for the brakes. Now, because I wanted it to look better than normal, I've gone for the aerosol form, and I've never done it before, so this is the first time I'm really going to try it. So I'm going to unpack the box, have a look at the paint, but first of all I'm going to mask this up. Now, what you don't want to see is me titting around for probably a good 20 minutes masking that up because it'll be quite boring. So by the powers of editing, we're going to edit that out or even time lapse it. I don't know yet, but that's what we're going to start with. A bit of masking up, then unpacking, and then the painting. This is certainly one job I haven't been looking forward to. I love the painting part, it's just the masking up. It's so boring. I'm armed with some masking tapes and clear plastic, so I'm going to try and cheat and cover as much of this with plastic as I can, and then mask up what I need to mask up. And then I'm just going to get some card to put behind here to stop the paint going into there, and I put a bit of card under there just to stop paint going on the block paving, because if by the end of it I've got 4 blue circles around the car when the car moves, I'm not sure she's going to be happy. So this is the paint, how it's come. I got it off of eBay. I think it was probably about 25 quid. It's come from a company called Taylor Distribution Limited. I'm assuming this is it. I've ordered so much stuff for the M3, I don't know what's come, but it's got the limited quantity sticker on, which must mean it's aerosols. Let's have a look. So, 2 BMW, Astoria Blue, M Sport, Brembo, heat resistant, aerosol spray caliper paint. £17.95. As I said, I normally hand paint them, but that F-Series, the F-Series brake calipers, they look so nice. I thought I'll give this a go. So that was 2 cans. Obviously these are going to need a shake. You can sit there and watch some fat old bloke shake a can if you want, but I think I'll pause that now. Probably not the most professional looking masking in the world, but I think it's good enough. But we'll see. I'm not planning on standing back here and paint, I'm planning on getting quite close. So let's get to the paint. Right, it says clean surfaces must be done, shake aerosol, yes I've done that. Applying across coats from 250mm, 250mm, well, it depends who you're talking to. It says it doesn't need any priming, and drying time 10 to 15 minutes. Let's just see what the pattern's like. Okay. Give it a go. Try not to get in the way of the camera. Try and come around here. Oh, that didn't work well, did it? It looks like a couple of bits are reacting there, so I'll leave that to dry and hopefully that will go. But that's the first coat, I think. Can't see any bits I missed. Let's come around there. But already I'm liking the colour. That is reacting there. But that was sanded and that was cleaned. So I'm hoping if that goes a bit tacky, I can get another couple of coats on that, but I'm liking the blue. So we'll come back and I'll do some other coats. I'll go around and do all 4, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the finished results. After some gin, I think. So fast forward a few hours, it's now getting a little bit dusk. Still nice and warm though. And a few gins later, the brakes are done. And I'm actually really chuffed with them. Now I bought the 2 cans as I said. I didn't need 2 cans. You don't need 2 cans. I used half a can, and that's 3 coats on each caliper. So if you are buying them and you're doing them yourselves, just 3 cans. Now, as I said before, I'm no mechanic, I'm no painter. Yes, ideally you'd want to take the calipers off and paint them on a bench so they're all perfect, mask up all the pistons, but I thought I'd just do them on the car anyway. They looked tatty before. The backs were silver with a bit of black on them. The fronts were black with a bit of silver on. And I just thought, I'm putting new wheels on. They're going to be hidden behind the wheel anyway. So I just thought I'd do them on the car. So I will show you how they've turned out. And I'm actually really chuffed with them. I think they actually look quite good. Now, if there's any M3 owners or BMW owners out there, this hole here, I've got the M stickers that go on to the newer cars. If I put that sticker over that hole, is that hole there for anything important? I know in time it'll probably blow through, but is it for cooling or anything like that, or can I just put the sticker over the top? If not, I won't put the sticker on at all. So the front bells here, these are the bells, just in case you don't know, they're going to get ceramic coated when I ceramic coat the wheels, so that should keep them shiny, because they do rust quite quickly on these. I used to see BMWs when I was detailing 2 or 3 months old and they were rusty, even the ones that are painted black. But that's the fronts. I think that's come out there. In here there's still masking tape in there. I haven't, it's still too wet, but I thought I'd get the video done. Don't know what to do with that drum there, the bell there. It looks a bit tatty, so that might just go silver, or might just paint it black, just get rid of it. But then again, I suppose if I'm painting that one black, that might not be a bad idea to paint that one black as well. That's something to have a think about before I put the wheels on. But I think overall, I think they look really good. I'm glad I sprayed them rather than hand painted them. I wouldn't have got that finish with hand paint. So I'm quite chuffed with them. So thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. If you're having a go yourself, never has to be perfect, but I think that will look a lot better than what it was. Is it perfect? No. Is the paint perfect? No. But I think once you put the wheels behind it, and I'll show you the wheels that we're putting on, they've all been refurbed. I've got ceramic coat them, but then when they sit behind the wheel, I think they look really nice. So if you'd like to see some fat old boy working on a car, then please give us a like, give us a thumbs up and everything like that. So if that'll be it. There's some more videos coming on the BMW. There'll be another video dropping on the Range Rover, I think. We've got one coming on the Mercedes. I've got a special truck coming up for a video, and there's some more modifications coming on the E93. So have a good evening. I'll speak to you soon.